Good evening. My name is Will Johnson, and this is Right on Focus. And good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, Kamala Harris. After she did her debate, many of us were saying that Kamala Harris was going to be MIA. She was going to hit the basement and not be seen. But hey, were we wrong or not? I guess we were wrong. Kamala Harris came out. Actually, she was at I guess it's like a little small restaurant. She just taking random questions there. Kamala Harris is like hitting the campaign trail hard. Yeah, it's still not working out for her. You can tell that she's so out of her element. Every question has to be staged. Every question has to be in order. She can't take any questions just off the cuff. There's no way she'll do it. There's no way she'll do it. Let me share this with you. This was, if I can find it here, this was from earlier today, where Kamala Harris, where she came out and she was just taking like random questions. Like all of a sudden, Kamala Harris is ready to talk to the crowd. Look at this one here. And I'm not even sure where she is. She's at some place. I guess it might be a restaurant or whatever, but nonetheless, she's taking questions. And she's in Pennsylvania going on the campaign trail. Now, the thing is, what are you going to do for the people in Pennsylvania? Are you going to continue fracking? Are you going to help with the jobs? Are you going to prevent all the illegals from coming into the country? Are you going to make sure that people have safety? You're going to make sure that people can keep and bear arms? Well, let's listen to Kamala Harris. Listen to what she has to say. Do you think that she's worthy of going into the White House as president?
I am feeling very good about Pennsylvania because there are a lot of people in Pennsylvania who deserve to be seen and heard. That's why I'm here in Johnstown. And I will be continuing to travel around the state to make sure that I'm listening as much as we are talking. And ultimately, I feel very strongly that we've got to earn every vote. And that means spending time with folks in the communities where they live. And so that's why I'm here. We're going to be spending a lot more time in Pennsylvania.
So she's there so people can be heard and be seen. Shannon, do you want to be heard and seen? I mean, is that what it's all about? So she goes talks to Putin, and she's going to she's going to sit down in front of Putin. I'm just here so you can be heard and be seen, Putin.
Yeah, it's such a ridiculous statement. I could care less about her seeing me and hearing me. I really, though, want her to tell us how she's going to fix the problems that she literally got us into. I want to know how she's going to drive down the costs. Yeah. I want to know how I'm going to be able to pay my electric bill, my gas bill. I want to know how she's going to actually drive down inflation so people are making a livable wage instead of not making ends meet every single month. I could care less about being seen and heard. That's such a ridiculous thing to say.
Yeah, it really is. And the only way the people are going to be heard and seen in Pennsylvania is if you show up to a pep rally. Show up to the pep rally, and then you can be heard. Then you can be seen, because all the cameras will be there watching and you be in the crowd cheering her on. That's the only way that you'll be seen. Here's another one where they're asking her, what are they going to do for the American people in Pennsylvania? And she doesn't have any answers. She's so out of her element.
How are you feeling about Pennsylvania?
I am feeling very good about Pennsylvania because there are a lot of people in Pennsylvania who deserve to be seen and heard. That's why I'm here in Johnstown.
And see, this is another angle of it. But you deserve to be heard. That's why we're here, because people need to be seen and heard. That's why we're here. Not because, we want to make your life better, not because we want to stop the inflation that's happening, not because we want to bring down the prices of groceries, not because we want to bring down the price of gas, but because you deserve to be seen and heard. That's the reason why we're here. Other than that, don't ask any questions. So Kamala Harris, she actually went out. She's trying to get out of her comfort zone. But Kamala Harris, she does a sit-down interview. She does another sit-down interview. We didn't know this was coming. This was kind of random. But it's with ABC. I mean, come on. That's pretty rich. She's going outside of her comfort zone? I don't think so. This is completely staged. Now, I want y'all to listen to the question. Now, the guy that's talking to her, I've never seen him before. But he's going to ask her these questions. And I just want you to think back to this debate that happened a long, long, long time ago, like this past Tuesday. Just think about her questions here in this little interview in the debate.
Madam Vice President, pleasure to meet you. Thanks for your time today. Our audience appreciates your time as well.
Of course.
As you know, we're sitting here in a state and arguably in front of an audience that 54 days from now could decide the outcome of this presidential election. You hear it more than I do. People want to know more about you and about your specific plans. At the debate the other night, you talked about creating an opportunity economy. I wonder if we can drill down on that a little bit. When we talk about bringing down prices and making life more affordable for people, what are one or two specific things you have in mind for that?
Just one or two specific things. Does it sound like he's asking for a long, drawn-out answer, Shannon, or just something just specific, right to the point?
Just specific, yeah.
Yeah, specific. I take that as that he's just like, give me just right to the point answer.
Yeah, bullet points.
Yeah, bullet points. Just get right to the answer. But listen to the way she answers.
Well, I'll start with this. I grew up a middle-class kid. My mother raised my sister and me. She worked very hard. She was able to finally save up enough money to buy our first house when I was a teenager.
You hear this?
Okay, wait, stop. Stop.
I mean, you can't make it up.
You know what?
I mean, you can't make it up.
Literally. She memorized that from her debate prep.
Oh my goodness, she's been saying the same thing.
I'm going to use the exact same thing I used for my debate prep in this interview.
Oh my goodness.
For the same exact question.
For the same thing.
By ABC News, by the way.
And she's not giving, what does that got to do with what you're going to do for the American people? No one cares about that.
Wait a minute. Does she actually believe that's a direct answer?
She's being specific, Shannon. Come on, people. Okay, y'all watching this with me, right?
Okay, we'll play the rest.
Watch this.
I grew up in a community of hardworking people, construction workers and nurses and teachers. And I try to explain to some people who may not have had the same experience, but a lot of people will relate to this. I grew up in a neighborhood of folks who were very proud of their lawn, and I was raised.
Yeah, we know because you already told us that.
Come on, people. People.
Does she really think people are this stupid?
Even
our switchboard operator, who is 22 years old, started busting out laughing, going, "It's the exact same thing."
It is. I'm like, oh, and this popped up on my feed, and I'm like, oh, she did an interview. Let's listen in. Are you kidding me? Okay. Are you being serious right now?
I don't believe.
Are you seriously being serious right now?
I don't believe this is real. Okay.
No, that's what at first I was like, this can't be real. This is like AI, right?
I would think it's sarcasm, to be honest with you. But let's play the rest.
To believe and to know that all people deserve dignity. And that we as Americans have a beautiful character. We have ambitions and aspirations and dreams, but not everyone necessarily has access to the resources that can help them fuel those dreams and ambitions. So when I talk about building an opportunity economy, it is very much with the mind of investing in the ambitions and aspirations and the incredible work ethic of the American people, and creating opportunity for people, for example, to start a small business. My mother worked long hours, and our neighbor helped raise us. We used to call her, I still call her, our second mother. She was a small business owner. I love our small business owners. I learned who they are from my childhood, and she was a community leader. She hired locally. She mentored. Our small businesses are so much a part of the fabric of our communities, not to mention, really, I think, the backbone of America's economy. So my opportunity economy plan includes giving startups a $50,000 tax deduction to start their small business. It used to be $5,000. Nobody can start a small business with $5,000. But investing in people's innovative ideas and giving them the ability to go for it.
So why didn't she do any of this in the past 3.5 years? Why not? Why is she saying that she wants to do this now? The only reason why she's saying this now is because we're going into the 2024 election. She was selected for the position. Joe Biden was voted for the position. That's the only reason why she's saying this. Nothing what she's saying right now she was actually pushing for the past 3.5 years. None of it. Absolutely zero. Talking about we want to help small businesses. We're going to give them $50,000, not just $5,000, $50,000. But the key detail that they're leaving out of this as well is that you, as a small business, you have to show a profit. You have to show a profit of making money before we give you $50,000. So a lot of businesses, because they're in the hole a lot, especially in Biden's economy, you're not going to show a profit. Many businesses operate in the I guess it's in the red. I was going to say the black, but it's not Black Friday. In the red, operate in the red constantly.
Opportunity economy means, look, we don't have enough housing in America. We have a housing supply shortage. And what that means, in particular for so many younger Americans, the American dream is elusive. It's just actually not attainable. So part of my plan is to work with the private sector and housing developers to give them a tax credit, to be able to partner with us as the government to build, and my goal is 3 million new homes by the end of my first term.
So now basically what this means is that the government is going to go into the business of building homes, and it means that the government will own your home. So if you say something politically that they don't like, they will probably have it in the clause, the fine print saying that, hey, you said something we don't like, we get to evict you from your home. You've got to get out.
In addition, to help people who just want to get their foot in the door, literally.
Illegals. Okay. Again, she's leaving out the key details. Illegals. Because if this was for Americans, she would have done it 3.5 years ago. Started talking about it. She said none of this.
But they have been giving illegals free housing.
Illegals, but not Americans.
No.
Because if she was, she would have been talking about for Americans 3.5 years ago, but it's not about Americans.
In her eyes, she sees them as Americans. She literally does.
This woman is infuriating.
Yeah.
She's infuriating.
And so giving first-time home buyers a $25,000 down payment assistance.
Illegals.
To be able to just get in the door, and then they will do the work that they need to do to save and to pay that mortgage and to build wealth for themselves and their family. These are some examples of what I mean when I talk about an opportunity economy, and a lot of it has to do with just the community I was raised in and the people that I admired who work hard, and deserve to have.
We're going to give you something for free, but we expect you to work hard to keep it when you never even worked hard in the first place to get it.
You can't give people money.
It doesn't work that way.
They magically know and have the jobs and the income to pay for a mortgage. Time and time again, this is proven to not be a good idea. Historically, it's just not a good idea. Get the illegals out of here so these people have job opportunities and people aren't taking away our jobs, where these people could come in and have jobs. Last year? 1.2 million Americans did not have job opportunities. 1.3 million illegals did here in America. It doesn't make sense.
Sure did. And you know what? They released this interview on a Friday. They did it on a Friday. It's the first time I've seen it. Have y'all seen this interview with Kamala Harris before now? I'm going to show you more when we come back.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is General Mike Flynn, and I'm inviting you to join me on September 4th at 4 p.m. Eastern. That's September 4th, 4 p.m. Eastern. Mark that on your calendars. We'll be live on Patriot TV. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking only to our Patriot TV defenders for an exclusive discussion, a Q&A, if you will. Your presence is crucial as we dive into the matters that shape our great nation. And again, this is only for the Patriot TV. So if you go to patriot.tv, you can register today. There's a banner at the top of the website. You can sign up for September 4th, 4 p.m. Eastern. Together, let's stand strong for America's future. God bless you and God bless America.
Access to these events will be members only. So go to patriot.tv, click on Become a Member. It's fast and easy. Become a member today. Just go to patriot.tv, click on Become a Member, join today.
I'm excited to announce we're having a huge MyPillow spring sale, and here's a few examples. Buy one of our MyPillow 2.0s, you get another MyPillow 2.0 absolutely free. Made with cooling technology, the best pillow ever just got even better. And this just in, 9 brand new colors and styles of our Percale bed sheets. They're made with the finest long staple cotton, and now you can save 50% or more. That's as low as $24.98. And for the first time this year, I'm bringing you our My Slippers and Sandals for as low as $25 a pair. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get your MyPillow 2.0s. Buy one, get one free. Percale sheets as low as $24.98. My Slippers and Sandals as low as $25 a pair. And for a limited time, when you order $75 or more, your entire order ships absolutely free.
Imagine a world where your phone works anywhere. No dead zones, no drop calls. That's what you get when you go to PrepGearPlus.com. The Iridium 9555 satellite phone gives you the freedom to connect from any corner of the globe. Plus, they offer family shared plans with up to 3 phones. Why satellite phones? They're secure, encrypted, and used by the U.S. military, ensuring that your communication is private and reliable. In a time where the cell networks are increasingly vulnerable, the satellite phone is a beacon of stability. Don't believe me? Ask the tens of thousands who were left without service during the AT&T outage, or the heroes in Hawaii who manage emergency situations with just one satellite phone. Get a peace of mind with a network that stands firm when others fail. Visit PrepGearPlus.com or call 855-980-5830 to join the communication revolution. PrepGearPlus.com, where every call is secure and every corner of the earth is covered. Kamala Harris, does she look like Joe Biden to you? Does she sound like Joe Biden to you? She is worse than Joe Biden. Shannon, listen to this. Kamala Harris was asked a question about her being like Joe Biden or her connection with Joe Biden. And she tries to distance herself from Joe Biden. I want you to listen to this because you haven't seen this. I want to share this with you, Shannon. Again, I think it's clear that she's not Joe Biden. Will we agree to that? Do we agree to that? That she is not Joe Biden, but she is Joe Biden's VP.
She's his shadow.
So they are connected at the hip. Regardless on how much she's trying to distance herself from Joe Biden, they are connected at the hip.
Their words.
She is his VP. Listen.
You talked at the debate and at previous appearances about turning the page on the past. And in fact, here today in Johnstown, you're talking about a new way forward. I think some people have a question, given maybe your current role as Vice President of the United States, how different you are from Joe Biden. And so I wonder if there are one or two spots, policy areas or approaches where you would say, I'm a different person.
Well, I'm obviously not Joe Biden. And, I offer a new generation of leadership. And so, for example, thinking about developing and creating an opportunity economy where it's about investing in areas that really need a lot of work, and maybe focusing on, again, the aspirations and the dreams, but also just recognizing that at this moment in time, some of the stuff we could take for granted years ago, we can't take for granted anymore. For example, another plan that I have that is a new approach is to expand the child tax credit.
Wait a minute. What about the question? What about the question? What's different between you and Joe? I mean, really? Say something new. Now she's just repeating what she just said in the last question. She's repeating all of it. Are we supposed to assume that she's saying something new? Listen.
To $6,000 for young families for the first year of their child's life, because that is obviously a very critical stage of development of a child. And a lot of young parents need the help to buy a car seat or a crib or clothes for their kids. And so my approach is about new ideas, new policies that are directed at the current moment. And also, to be very honest with you, my focus is very much in what we need to do over the next 10, 20 years.
What is that?
To catch up to the 21st century
And what
around,
is that?
again, capacity, but also challenges.
But what is that?
Yeah, I have no
idea.
idea.
What is that, though?
I feel dumber since before she started talking. I feel dumber. And you know what?
Oh, my goodness. You cannot make this stuff
I'm so
up.
tired of her saying what she's going to give us.
Wow.
I mean, tax cuts are okay, but that's not going to build up our economy. It's a tax break. It will help at one time of the year minimally.
Yeah.
Minimally.
And you know what? This interview that she did on ABC, I wonder why she won't even go on MSDNC.
Why won't she? Yeah, of course.
I mean, she went on CNN. Maybe next week she'll go on MSDNC. I guess she's making her rounds now.
I mean, Scarborough would be nice to her. He'll put her
Joe
stuff.
Scarborough. I mean, Rachel
And he'd help her.
Madcow. Oh my! Or wait a minute. Joy Reid.
I mean, yeah.
Joy Reid. I
Yeah.
mean, my goodness, Joy. She could tell Joy Reid that, I am the Antichrist and I'm here to destroy every MAGA Republican in the country.
beautiful.
And Joy Reid would go,
Beautiful.
oh, I love you. I love you. That's how bad it is. So I'm kind of curious. What is it with
a
ABC?
6,000 tax credit for the first 6 years of a child's life is not a vision
The first
for
year.
the next 10,
No,
20 years.
just the first
That's
year.
That's not anything.
And
that's gonna help us.
again, it's like, hey, the government, we're going to give you free money again. Someone still has to pay for that. It's still, all it's going to do is say, we're going to tax everybody else and then we'll just give it to you that's having children. When in actuality, they're not actually for that because they want you to have abortions more than anything else.
I mean, you know what? I would hope if she becomes president that someone else is running the government because
So what?
I hope if she becomes president, someone else is running the government because she's a hot
I mean,
mess.
you know what, dude? She'll be a total
I
tyrant.
actually feel better knowing she's just the face. Is
She'll be a
that
total
bad or
tyrant.
what?
She'll be a total tyrant.
It's
No,
te-
but
it's
see, the thing
terrible.
is, they'll
It's
do worse.
disgusting.
They will do worse than what they're already doing with Joe Biden, and then we'll just blame her for it, and they
you
won't
know
care
what?
that we're blaming her for it.
She
They will do a lot worse. We will be in World
Will.
War III within the first 48 hours with this witch.
Well, they've been talking about how at least Trump's campaign and we showed, I believe it was yesterday, how they were saying that Trump was like beating Kamala in all the national polls by like a lot, right?
We can't. I would never say that we need to experience her being president. That is
I
like
don't want to experience her.
that is like we might as well just go ahead and just everyone give their souls to the devil.
Oh yeah, I mean,
because
it
that's
definitely is.
like the worst thing ever.
I mean, I'm
This
just saying
woman
she's so stupid.
is ridiculous. No,
She's
listen,
worse than Biden.
this here's a great example. And you've been asking, how come no one is talking about the gun control? How she says now she's a gun owner. Now she is. And did she say that she owned guns back in 2019?
I don't ever recall.
I
her
don't
ever
recall
saying
that, but according to ABC, I wish, you know what, we need to see. We need to look that up to see if that actually happened. Look at this one. This is her talking about gun control. In one sentence, she's saying, well, yeah, both Tim, my support dog, he has a gun. He's a gun owner too, just like me. We own guns. We don't want to take anybody's guns. And then she turns right around and says that we need to get rid of assault weapons. What is an assault weapon? What is an assault weapon?
Crime and public safety are two major issues right at the forefront of voters' minds in Philadelphia as well, where crime is a significant issue. When we talk about crime, the conversation turns to gun safety as well. And I think you actually probably caught a lot of people off guard, maybe a bit by surprise in the debate the other night when you mentioned that you are a gun owner. I know you said it in 2019 as well.
See, that's what you were saying, Shannon. Did all the liberals that heard her say that she's a gun owner, did they go, oh, I didn't know she was a gun owner? I have a different opinion about her. They don't care.
Because literally, it's
They
not
don't care.
just assault weapons. Or,
Yeah.
know, what they call assault weapons.
What is an assault weapon?
Literally,
Is
they
a
don't
weapon
want-
that you assault somebody with.
They literally do not. But we know liberals. They literally believe that you should not have a gun at
Period.
all.
Period.
I want to talk about your values on this issue. When it comes to gun ownership, where do you draw the line in America on gun ownership and gun use?
Well, like you said, Brian, I am a gun owner, and Tim Walz, my running mate, is also a gun owner. We're not taking anybody's guns away. I support the Second Amendment, and I support reasonable gun safety laws. Part of my approach to this is I was a career prosecutor for most of my career.
Now listen to this. Now she's going to go into a lame story trying to justify the reason to disarm you, the American people.
I have personally prosecuted homicide cases. I have personally looked at autopsies. I have personally seen what assault weapons do to the human body. And so I feel very strongly that it is consistent with the Second Amendment and your right to own a gun to also say we need an assault weapons ban. They're literally tools of war. They were literally designed to kill a lot of human beings quickly. I say we need universal background checks. The majority of NRA members support that. Why? Because it's just reasonable. You just might want to know before someone can buy a lethal weapon if they've been found by a court to be a danger to themselves or others. You just might want to know.
Now she's talking about red flag laws. With the left, they all want red flag laws so they can say, oh my goodness, these MAGA Republicans, they hurt my feelings and I think they own guns. So what happens with red flag laws and a liberal tyrant says that you, the American citizen, has a weapon and they feel threatened for their lives? The police come in, they confiscate all your weapons and you don't get them back. Because there's been a report. There's been a report. And then they make it difficult for you to buy weapons after that. Red flag laws, backed by Dan Crenshaw and these other tyrants, is an American destroyer and they're setting it up for communism.
Okay.
And everyone that purchases a weapon, I've never purchased a weapon and they didn't do a background check on me.
Let me just say this. As a prosecutor, she should know better. She wants to talk about assault weapons. Do you know what the number one weapon is in murders?
Abortion.
Handguns.
Oh, okay.
Handguns.
Abortion.
The ones that she says she's for. 60% of the murders are by handguns. You want to know the percentage of AR, what they call assault weapon murders are? Less than 3%.
They want to get rid of the AR-15.
And that's by the Pew Research Center.
They want to get
Really
rid of
easy,
a
Google it.
shotgun. They want to get rid of weapons that you can fight against a tyrannical government.
100% that's what it is.
That's what their angle is here. And then if you have a pistol, they want to get it to where you can only have one in the chamber at a time. They want to get rid of your cartridge, your magazine, your clip, where you only have one round. You put the one round in and that's it. Shoot. Put the one round in and you shoot. You got all of these Venezuelan terrorists coming into the country, these Haitians coming into the country, eating the cats and the dogs, going to move to people next. And then you have all these ISIS members coming into the country. You got these Chinese nationalists coming into the country. They're not here because they love America. They are here to destroy this country. And at some point, they're going to gather up and start attacking American citizens. And they want to make sure that you are unable to defend yourself. And all of these illegals that they're bringing into the country, they're going to put them in positions where they have firearms and they're going to bring down their communist order onto every last American if these Democrats get their way. This election is going to be do or die.
I don't know about you, but I have to have that cup of coffee in the morning. And Kingdom Cup is mold-free, it is pesticide-free, and it is organic. It's got this flavor that is delicious. You don't even have to put cream or sweetener in it.
Why did we go with the bean form, the whole bean? Because ultimately the powder form is the one that gathers the most moisture. And that means the more potential mold development. This is actually organic, mold-free, certified. That's important because ultimately people drink coffee, it's cultural. And so we tried to meet the culture where it is and create a healthy alternative.
Make the healthy choice for you and your family. Try mold-free, pesticide-free, and it's organic. Delicious Kingdom Cup coffee. And it's available now at the Patriot TV store. Go to patriot.tv and click on store. You'll find Kingdom Cup coffee in the health and wellness section. Order Kingdom Cup coffee at the Patriot TV store now.
Throughout history, the spirit of patriotism has prevailed. The battles may have changed, but the values remain the same. Today, in 2024, we find ourselves at a pivotal moment where the call for unity, freedom, and a better future echoes louder than ever. For more than 10 years, Patriot Mobile has been committed to supporting the values that make our nation great. With affordable plans and reliable nationwide coverage, Patriot Mobile is not just a wireless service. It's a call to action for those who believe in the American dream. Because this year is not just any year, it's the most important year since our nation's founding. Choose a wireless carrier that shares your values. Choose Patriot Mobile.
I intend on extending a tax cut, repealing that tax bill they just passed. And also looking at estate taxes are going to have to go up.
Everything from a 70 to 80% tax rate.
I think that's fantastic. I made that very clear in 2020. I will not ban fracking. There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking.
She was big on defund the police.
For too long, the status quo thinking has been you get more safety by putting more cops on the street. Well, that's wrong.
She was the border czar. She doesn't want to be called the border czar because she's embarrassed by the border.
I am in favor of saying that we're not going to treat people who are undocumented and cross the border as criminals. That's correct.
Abolish ICE.
Yeah, we need to probably think about starting from scratch.
She is Biden. The worst inflation we've ever had. A horrible economy because inflation has made it so bad.
Bidenomics is working. It's working. And then this business about taking everyone's guns away. Tim Walz and I are both gun owners. We're not taking anybody's guns away, so stop with the continuous lying about this stuff. We have to have a buyback program, and I support a mandatory buyback program. My agenda includes attempting to get Congress to act, but if they don't within the first 100 days of my administration, I'm going to take executive action. Well, first of all, I absolutely support, and over the last 4 years as vice president, private health care options.
I believe it will totally eliminate private insurance.
Let's eliminate all of that. Let's move on.
Let's eliminate all of that. Let's move on. This woman is a bald-faced liar. She's a straight-up liar. You know, there's a saying that no one that lies will ever be trusted, especially when we know that they lie. And then they turn around and lie to us. The truth is not in them. The truth is not in them at all. They lie like it's just easy, like there's nothing to it. Let me give you another example. During the debate, President Trump brought up the leader of the Taliban. And they're all upset because President Trump had the leader of the Taliban come to, was it Mar-a-Lago? And what happened was the leader of the Taliban went there and said, okay, I'm meeting with President Trump, the president of the America. Right? I'm a big time guy now, right? The Taliban leader. He showed up. President Trump pulled out a paper, showed him a satellite image of the Taliban leader home and said, if you kill another American, just one more, he said, I will kill you and your entire family. I will kill you. He showed a picture of his home and got up and walked out. That was it. President Trump didn't say nothing else. The Taliban leader got on the plane and went back home. No one, not a single American, was harmed after that. That's strength. But listen to this. This is again fact check. And of course, MSDNC trying to say the opposite. This is how they lie. I'm going on a whim here, and at the end of every year, if I can get it out, the end of every year, all of these liberals come together and they give each other awards for telling the best lie, for being the most convincing in the lies. Now, watch this. First, it's going to talk about the Taliban leader. Watch.
The man who now leads the Taliban in Afghanistan, Mullah Abdul Ghani Baradar.
Mullah Abdul Ghani Baradar, co-founder of the Taliban.
I could hear in Mullah Baradar's voice that he knew President Trump meant business.
CBS News has confirmed that CIA Director William Burns met secretly in Kabul with the Taliban's de facto leader Abdul Ghani Baradar.
We have learned that CIA Director William Burns traveled to Kabul for a secret meeting with Taliban leader Abdul Ghani Baradar.
A Taliban co-founder, Mullah Abdul Ghani Baradar, who oversaw the signing of the U.S. withdrawal agreement last year.
This is the part where Donald Trump invented someone. He invented a person who doesn't exist in addition to the people he says are eating dogs. There's another person who doesn't exist. His name is Abdul.
And Abdul is the head of the Taliban. He is still the head of the Taliban. And I told Abdul, don't do it anymore. You do it anymore, you're going to have problems.
Maybe the reason that VP Harris is looking at him that way is one that she's probably thinking maybe he should go back to the old folks home and have a bowl of Jell-O. Or she might also thinking to herself, no. The head of the Taliban's name is not Abdul.
So all of these people on the liberal media news talking about the head of the Taliban, but she comes on here and tell everybody else, nope, that's not the leader. That's not the leader. It's the same thing that happened with the Haitians eating the cats and the dogs and the ducks. They jumped out there really quick trying to say, nope, it's not happening, not happening. And the people that watch this crap religiously, they don't have a clue what's actually happening in the real world because these people keep that information from them and they're lying to them. How in the world do you have all of these people over here, Don Sourpuss Lemon, Rachel Madcow, Judas Pence, right? I don't know who this guy is, but he's on the left, right? Some liberal media outlet. This guy here, all of these people calling them out by name, but President Trump is not telling the truth. You can get off the screen. But we're supposed to believe President Trump doesn't know what he's talking about. And of course, she's saying, he needs to go to a retirement home and eat some Jell-O. They weren't saying that about Joe Biden. They were saying that actually Joe Biden was sharp. Joe Biden was the best he could be. You remember that? They were all saying that. But let me tell you the good news. Even though you have the government state media putting out all this fraudulent stuff, even though you have the government state media trying to convince all of us that you got to support Kamala Harris, it's not working. Thank God it's not working. I know a lot of people feel anxiety about it. Maybe that might be a good thing. Maybe that anxiety needs to be there so then that way you would get out of the chair, get off the couch, and go do your civic duty. Because if this woman walks through the White House doors, you can kiss it goodbye. Straight up, kiss it goodbye. Rumble will be shut down. X will be shut down. Every single person that put any kind of post, meme, comment against against Kamala Harris, they're coming for you too. So don't think that you're going to be exempt from it. They're going to come. That's what communists do. Listen to this one really quick. Listen to this because this is the support the American people don't hear.
She is the worst polling Democrat against Donald Trump in history on national polls. No one is performing worse than her. No one's performing worse than her among blacks, among Hispanics, the worst performing Democrat in modern history among those demographics, worst performing polling-wise among Jews. She is losing key factions of the Democratic base. Muslim voters, she's at under 50%. She's at 52% in the latest CARE poll among black Muslims. She is not doing well.
She is not doing well. But when you listen, look, you see how they're all looking at her because they know it's true. She's not doing well. And then she comes out and she does this interview again. And we're supposed to believe that she's on her A game when in actuality, she's not on her A game. And listen, I got another one. This is when she was asked about how do you reach Trump supporters? How do you get them on board?
On the appeal of the man you were running against, as you drove here today, you likely saw a lot of Trump signs. He has an historic appeal in this country. And as you are someone running against him and trying to understand that, I wonder how you distill it. What do you understand his appeal to be? And how do you speak to his voters, or maybe people who just share his values but are open to something else?
Based on experience and a lived experience, no. In my heart, I know, in my soul, I know that the vast majority of us as Americans have so much more in common than what separates us. And I also believe that I am accurate in knowing that most Americans want a leader who brings us together as Americans and not someone who professes to be a leader who is trying to have us point our fingers at each other. I think people are exhausted with that approach, to be honest with you. I think people want a leader who has common sense and tries to find common ground. I'm supported by over 200 Republicans.
Okay, and there she goes down the spew of Dick Cheney, Liz Cheney, Mitt Romney, Adam Kissinger. Really? We don't care. And you notice, my producer just noticed something. She has on the same earrings. What does that mean? We'll talk about it when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
Exclusively for you, we have the Adventures Canvas Hat. It's heavy-duty cotton canvas with a wide brim and natural fraying for a unique look. This hat is perfect for the beach or hiking. Also check out our custom-made polyester satin scarves, exclusive patterns handcrafted in Minnesota. And for the men, premium American Bison Buffalo leather wallet. Single-fold wallet, 3 pockets for cards and cash. Go to uniteamericafirst.com and select the merch tab to shop.
Looking to give your wardrobe an upgrade? Well, look no further. Here at God Country & Kin, we've got you covered from head to toe, from shoulder to shoulder, and everything in between. Introducing our brand new Patriotic Collection, designed to display your patriotic spirit with a stylish look that's sure to turn heads. And the best part is, you don't have to break the bank to be your best you. Why wait? Visit us online or in-store today and elevate your style with God Country & Kin. God Country & Kin, where patriotism meets style. Shop now. Visit the Patriot TV store and look for the God Country Kin banner to find the perfect outfit, shirt, accessory, or maybe a great hat.
You can totally see yourself rocking this hat. I know you can. And check out all the great stuff we've got to show your patriotism at patriot.tv.store. Click that link above that says store and join me there at the Patriot TV store.
I'm supported by over 200 Republicans who worked for both Presidents Bush, John McCain, and Mitt Romney. I'm supported by the former Vice President Dick Cheney, former Congress member Liz Cheney. And I think people are more willing now, in light of the hate and division that we see coming out of Donald Trump, to say, hey, let's put country first. And I think that just makes us stronger and more healthy as a country, to say, look, we can all debate our differences around, various policies, but let's stop with the division. Like, enough of that. Let's bring everybody together.
Really? Let's stop with the division? They're the ones creating all of the division. Now, she said both Bushes and Dick Cheney, both Cheneys. and of course, Mitt Romney. She said all of them. But to my understanding, if I'm not mistaken, Bush Jr., he didn't endorse her. They were actually trying to get Mike Pence to endorse her. And look at this. So, wait a minute. So, here it is again. She's on ABC. No fact checking allowed. What does this say? What's the date on this? What is the date on this? September 7th. Wait a minute. September 7th. That's just days ago. It's not even a week. So wait a minute, but how come the guy in ABC did not fact check her? I mean, seriously, why didn't he fact check her? I mean, my goodness, people. There's zero fact checking going on when it comes to this woman. I mean, zero. Yeah. Well, yeah, you know what? Actually, I have family members when Dick Cheney endorsed Kamala Harris. They took a screenshot and they sent it to me like, oh my goodness, Dick Cheney endorsed Kamala Harris. So now, because Dick Cheney is a Republican, now I'm supposed to support Kamala Harris. Like, this is a good thing. Every single Republican with a sound mind, conservative in this country, they can give two flying ducks. Don't give them the Haitians, but they don't care. They do not care with Liz Cheney and Dick Cheney. That's the very reason why Liz Cheney didn't win. Because everyone is not buying the crap that they're selling. No one's buying it. They are the establishment. I mean, it's really a no-brainer here, but liberals, and also, this is the same Dick Cheney that they were calling a war criminal. Now she's so proud to have Dick Cheney's endorsement. You can't make this stuff up. Just like this one. Here's another one that ABC should have fact-checked immediately, and this guy had the opportunity to fact-check her for all of the stuff that she lied about in the debate. He didn't do that. He didn't even ask her about men going into the restroom. Why do you support that? You notice they stay away from all of those conversations. Look at this one. Can you split screen it for me? Look at this. Look at this. This is the debate, and this is a group of men watching the debate. If you haven't seen this, you're going to be like, oh my goodness, this is real. Watch.
Well, I will tell you, I agreed with President Biden's decision to pull out of Afghanistan. 4 presidents said they would, and Joe Biden did. And as a result, America's taxpayers are not paying the $300 million a day we were paying for that endless war. And as of today...
Okay, listen, this is the key part right here, everyone. If you're not paying attention, wake up. Listen to what she say. As of today, this was during the debate, as of today. And then you're going to see who's watching this debate.
And as of today, there is not one member of the United States military who is in active duty in a combat zone in any war zone around the world the first time this century. What? But let's understand.
So where the fuck are we?
Sorry, I forgot about the enhanced language in there, but these are military personnel watching the debate, and she's saying that they're not actually there. And they're like, where do you think we are? She doesn't care. Every single military personnel that just heard her say that, and here these military personnel, they put this video out there. Someone recorded him out there. Where does she think he straight up said, where does she think we are? She doesn't care. She doesn't care about any of the military personnel. If you have family members that are in harm's way right now, she's going to make sure that they come home in a box. That's her agenda. Because the 13 that came home in the box, she has nothing to say to the family members. Nothing. Anyone supporting this demonic witch, shame on you. But people are not buying it. People are absolutely not buying it. And because of Kamala Harris already and Joe Biden, we have horrible stories like this happening in the United States of America. This was out of New York. A family of 4 murdered and then burnt up by an illegal alien. Where's CBS? Where's NBC? Where's ABC? Where's CNN? Where's MSDNC? Are they reporting on this?
On August 31st, 2024, at approximately 5:23 a.m., a 911 call came in for the address of 329 Knapp Avenue. The call initially came in as a fire at the location. Irondequoit Police, as well as personnel from the Irondequoit Fire Department, St. Paul Fire Department, the Point Pleasant Fire Department, and Irondequoit Ambulance responded to the location. The fire inside the structure was quickly addressed and brought under control. While searching the location, several individuals were located inside and found to be deceased. The names of the deceased are Fraime Ubaldo, he's a 30-year-old male from 3029 Knapp Avenue. I'm sorry about pronunciation on this. Marangeli Moreno Santiago, 26-year-old female from 329 Knapp Avenue. Evangeline Ubaldo Moreno, 4-year-old female from 329 Knapp Avenue. And Sebastian Ubaldo Moreno, 2-year-old male, 329 Knapp Avenue. Sorry. Due to the condition of the bodies, it was readily apparent that this was going to be a homicide investigation. Officers on scene worked with fire personnel to ensure it was safe to be inside. After it was determined to be safe for fire and police personnel, the location was secured to start a methodical investigation. Crime scene technicians and investigators from the Irondequoit Police Department and the Monroe County Fire Bureau worked diligently to process the scene. Due to the nature of the scene, our processing took almost 2 days. Limited information was initially given out due to the need to inform family members that had to be located in other states. Peer counselors were brought in immediately for the initial emergency responders and remain available for the upcoming days. Anyone with information is asked to call the Irondequoit Police Department at 585-336-6000, or if you wish to remain anonymous, please call Crime Stoppers at 585-423-9300. I apologize. I know you guys have questions. This was a horrific scene. In almost 32 years of doing this job, I've never seen anything like it. So, there's a reason why we don't put all this information out at first, and I get a little frustrated, and not with you, I get a little frustrated with a lot of people on social media and anything else, wanting to have instant gratification, put the information out there immediately. There's a reason why we don't do it, because the last thing I want is a family member to hear horrific details about their family's death through social media or through the media. I want it to hear it right straight from our mouth. Think about if it was your family. Think about how we would want to be treated ourselves. So that's the reason why this has taken just a little bit of time. Also, we took 2 days to make sure that we methodically cleared that location. The fire did not help, but it didn't hinder us. We wanted to make sure that we went floor to floor and didn't miss any piece of information that needed to be collected.
You can hear it in his voice. This happened because of the illegal immigration in the United States of America. And none of the government state media outlets have anything to say. They're not apologizing for encouraging this to happen. The children that they're bringing into the country, over 320,000 children missing because of the Democrats. It's right down disgusting. It's right down repulsive. Hey, let me remind you, go to patriot.tv, use promo code FOCUS. Use promo code FOCUS. We need to change that at some point, Shannon. You can still go to /right on focus, but go to patriot.tv, use promo code FOCUS to get discounts at the Patriot TV store. You will be supporting all of us. Use promo code FOCUS.
Former National Security Advisor Lieutenant General Michael Flynn pleaded guilty today to lying to the FBI.
He was one of the most respected generals in the military.
Every American needs this historical DVD keepsake. Flynn delivered the truth, whatever the cost. Hand signed by General Michael Flynn. Order now at the Patriot TV store. Use promo code PTV at checkout to get special savings. The Patriot TV store, a secure, hassle-free shopping experience.
I'm excited to announce we're having a huge MyPillow spring sale, and here's a few examples. Buy one of our MyPillow 2.0s, you get another MyPillow 2.0 absolutely free. Made with cooling technology, the best pillow ever just got even better. And this just in, 9 brand new colors and styles of our Percale bed sheets. They're made with the finest long staple cotton, and now you can save 50% or more. That's as low as $24.98. And for the first time this year, I'm bringing you our My Slippers and Sandals for as low as $25 a pair. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get your MyPillow 2.0s. Buy one, get one free. Percale sheets as low as $24.98. My Slippers and Sandals as low as $25 a pair. And for a limited time, when you order $75 or more, your entire order ships absolutely free.
Attention business owners, are you ready to advertise to millions of loyal patriots ready to buy your products or services? Well, here is your golden opportunity to advertise with Will Johnson. When you advertise on Right on Focus, you've aligned your company with a trusted voice and connected with an audience that shares your values. Will delivers sharp commentary on politics and current events, offering clear and direct insights aimed at engaging and informing the audience. When you advertise on Right on Focus, you're aligning your brand with integrity, loyalty, and a dedication to truth. Will's audience is passionate, conservative, and committed to the values your business stands for. When given the choice, Will's followers will buy your product or service over other woke companies. Don't miss this opportunity to elevate your brand with the power of Patriot TV. Reach out to us today at advertise@patriot.tv.